Dear students, welcome to our today's class. As we completed our first chapter, today I am going to discuss with you the second chapter. Okay? So the name of our second chapter is Stages of Human Development. Okay? What is the name of our second chapter? That is Stages of Human Development. And from this lesson, 10 marks question definitely come in your annual exam. Okay? So 10 marks question come from this lesson in your annual exam. In this lesson, we will able to know about the various stages of our human life. Okay, the various stages of our human life. And before we know about the various stages of our life, we have to know about what is growth and what is development. Okay, so now first of all, we see the meaning of growth and the meaning of development. First of all, we see the meaning of growth. Okay, so please open your book and see the page number 62. Here it is said that the word growth is used in physical ground. It means a physical ground. That means growth is a quantitative measure. Here changes in weight, height and the cells of the body are termed as growth. So growth means the physical changes of our body, just like weight, height, which can be we measured. Okay, we can measure weight, we can measure height. So it is mainly the quantitative means. Okay, growth means it is a quantitative. Growth is a quantitative meaning, because we can measure our height, our weight, our cells, and we can measure the whole body. Then next, development. Development means positive changes in the various organs of the body, capacity, ability, etc. So development means the various positive changes of various organs of the body and the capability and ability, etc. So development means the capability, the ability of an individual. It is a qualitative meaning. Okay, it is not quantitative. We cannot measure the development process. Okay, we cannot measure the development process. It is a qualitative meaning. Okay, qualitative meaning, because we cannot measure one's ability, one's capacity to doing something. We cannot measure that. Here, the process of development is a continuous process, but growth process is not a lifelong process. A growth process is not a lifelong process. It becomes stable at a certain time. So, we cannot grow our whole life. Our growth process is stable at a certain period of time, but the development process is continuous from our birth till that. Then here is given some characteristics of growth and the characteristics of development. First, we see the characteristics of growth. So the first characteristics of growth is the rate of growth is very fast since birth up to the age of 2.5 years. So growth is very high from birth to the age of 2.5 years. Then it becomes slower and growth rate becomes fast again in adolescence period. So after 2.5 years, the growth process becomes slower. But again in the adolescence period, that means from age group of 12, 13 to 18, again growth becomes fast. Then next point is, after adolescence the growth rate becomes slow. So after we completed 18 years, our growth rate becomes slow. The next, after a child is fully grown, the growth rate becomes stable. So at a certain period of time, our growth rate becomes stable. The next, as a result of the growth process, changes come to the internal organs of an individual. So as a result of growth process, some changes are occur in our internal organs also, but we cannot see that growth process. At the stage of adolescence, the growth of a girl is faster than a boy. It is an important point that the growth of a girl is always faster than a boy, but that is only in the adolescence period. Okay, in the adolescence period, the growth rate of a girl is always faster than a boy. So these are the some characteristics of growth. The next we can see the characteristics of development. So first characteristics is development means the changes in a child's mental, social and sensual aspect. So we already know that we cannot measure the development process, because development process means the changes in the mental process, that is thinking process, our emotions, etc. We cannot measure our thinking process, we cannot measure our emotions. Then development means the social and sensual aspects. The next is development happens as a result of a child's interaction with the environment. So how we can develop? We developed with the interaction of our surroundings, that means of our environment. From our environment we can learn a lot of things. So these are our development. The next is development is a continuous, progressive and never-ending process. It never becomes stable. Development never becomes stable. From our birth till death, an individual always developed. So it is a never-ending process, or we can say that it is a lifelong process. The next is development establishes coordination among the various human organs and their functions. As a result, development occurs in the physical and mental aspects. So here it is said that development occurs both, that physically and mentally. And next is the speed of development of an individual remains same almost throughout the life. It becomes neither too fast nor too slow at a certain time. So development is same for a particular individual. Okay, it never becomes fast at a certain period of time, or it never becomes slow at a certain period of time. It is always same throughout our whole life. But all the individuals' development process is not same for a particular person. So the development process of his life is same throughout the life. Then next is process of development depends mainly on heredity and environmental influence. So development process is influences by two factors, that is heredity and the next is environment. Then gender discrimination is also considered in the process of development. In this aspect, psychologists have an opinion that a girl is 2 years advanced to a boy. So like growth process, here is also said that development is also then gender discrimination is also considered in the process of development. Here is also the gender discrimination influences. In this aspect, psychologists say that a girl is always 2 years advanced. Okay, a girl is always 2 years advanced than a boy. It means a girl is always learn some things or learn to interact with society, always advanced than a boy. So these are the some characteristics of growth and development. Now we can see the factors, the elements of development, not factors, the elements of development. Okay, there are 4 elements that are always affecting the development process. So the 4 elements are: first one is growth, second one is maturity, third one is experience, and fourth one is social transmission. So there are 4 primary elements of development. So first one is what? Growth. Growth process always help in development, and then maturity, then experience. How much experience we can get out in our life, so that always help in the development process. And the last one is social transmission. Social transmission means our adjustment process with our environment. Our adjustment process with our environment and the whole environment that affect in our daily life. So our environment, our surroundings always influence in our life. So environment or social transmission always a major element of the development process. So these are the 4 elements of development process. Then the next topic is, next point is factors affecting development. Okay, there are 3 factors that affect in the development process. Okay, these 3 factors are: first one is home or family, then next one is school, and the last one is society or community. These are the 3 factors which affect in our development process. Because we birth in our home or in our family, and family learns a lot of things in our life. From family we learn a lot of things, and next is school, where we gain some experience, some education. So school always affect in development process. And the last one is society or community. We always learn a lot of things and a lot of rules, regulations, customs. Always we learn from our society. So these three factors always affect in the development process. So the elements are four elements, that is growth, maturity, experience, and social transmission. And factors, there is three factors there: home or family, school, society, and community. Okay. The next is the difference between growth and development. We already know that growth and development, these are two different aspects. So here is some difference between growth and development. Okay. So the first difference is growth means increase in weight and volume of the body. Okay, growth is always immeasurable, and development is increase in acquiring capability of doing work. So growth means increase in height and volume, height, weight, volume. That means growth. And development means we acquiring the capability of doing work. So with the increasing weight, with the increasing height, we always acquire to doing something work, to do something work. So development means increase acquiring capability of doing work. The next is growth is totally an internal process. It depends on heredity. So growth is always depends on heredity, and development is both internal and external process. You always remember that development means it is both internal process, internal development, and external development. It depends on heredity and environment. Development always depends on both heredity and environment. So this is the second point and second differences. Then the next is quantity or magnitude of growth can be measured. Okay, growth always can be measured, and magnitude of development cannot be measured. It only be observed. So development cannot be measured. Mental development, social development, we cannot measure this, but we can observe this. So development can only be observed. Then the fourth point is, or fourth differences is, growth includes physical growth only, and development includes physical, mental, social, moral, and intellectual aspects. So growth means only physical growth. It does not include mental aspect, social aspect, political aspect, etc. But development includes physical, mental, social, moral, and intellectual aspect. Then the next point, number 5, is a process of growth becomes stable at a certain stage of age, but process of development continues since birth till death. So growth becomes stable at a time, but the development never ending. It is a never ending process. It always continues since birth till death. Then the next process of growth is not related to education, but development and education are closely related. In the growth process, there is in the growth process, education is not related with them, because growth means only physical growth. So for physical growth, education is not an essential aspect. But in the development process, education and development both are closely related. For the mental development, education is needed. For the intellectual development, education is always needed. So development and education are both are closely related. So dear students, today we learn about what is growth, what is development, and the factors of growth, factors of development, and the elements of development, and the last main most important topic, that is the differences between growth and development. So today I am going to give you a homework, that is 2 marks homework. What do you mean by growth and development? Okay, what do you mean by growth and development? You have to write separately the answer, what is growth and what is development. Okay, in the first paragraph you have to write what is growth, and the next paragraph you have to write what is development. That is 1 plus 1 2. Okay, your marks is 1 plus 1 2. For the growth, meaning of growth, marks 1, and the meaning of development, marks 1. Okay, so for today here it is. Thank you.